boring, stressful, annoying, and monotone. Those factors are the factors that make online learning very much so unenjoyable for us students. Right now we're in offline school. Yay, be grateful for that, because I think in a few more months, due to the rising of COVID, I think we're going to be having another online learning. So how do we make it more enjoyable? How do we solve those four factors? Well, my name is Otniel Galih Rajendra from SMAN Negeri 3 KABUPATEN Tangerang, and today I'm going to talk about how we make online learning much more enjoyable during the pandemic. First of all, what we need to assess is what makes online learning so unenjoyable, so boring, monotone, annoying, and stressful. Well, those four factors are the main factors, but the cause of those four factors, first, monotone and boring, is the way the teacher taught us is very boring, because the patterns are YouTube video, questions, presentation, and videos, making videos. Those four patterns keep on repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating for many weeks, and it's going to be very boring for us students. And the second thing that makes online learning much more unenjoyable is there are not much social activities that we can do during the pandemic. The only thing we can do is on Zoom calls, and even that's not sufficient enough to call as a real social activities. Although in some degree yes, but it's not really a great sufficient social activities. Now the third reason is that we cannot comprehend what we are learning at all. We can't understand the subject, we can't get it suck 100% into our brain, not as much as offline learning. We can't get that sense of enjoyment, sense of achieving, of learning something. We can't get that dopamine into our brains. So, how do we solve these three problems? Well, there are a few tips that we can do, that I can share with you, on how we make online learning much more enjoyable for us. Now, the first tip that I can give you is do what you love and love what you do. Doing what you love is do stuff or learn stuff that is much more enjoyable and much more beneficial for you. For instance, if you want or if you love playing music, you can learn playing guitar, playing the piano, playing drums. You can learn it. You can learn the music theory during online school, because online school is much more flexible and there are more free time for us to learn more and more things. And especially thanks to Google and thanks to YouTube, we can learn so many more things. Even we can learn coding. Those are important skills. So are some great skills that we can learn to make a better future for us. And then loving what you do. Now this is a tough one, because loving online learning is kind of hard. It's very boring. But there are some few tips, some few things that you can do to make it much more enjoyable, to make it much more lovable, I guess. If you have enough data, you can hop on a Discord call, play some music, so it's not that boring listening to the teacher talking in your ears while you can't mute them. So you can listen to some music to freshen up your brain, or just, you can eat. Eating is one of the best way to make yourself much more not tense. Now the second thing that I would like to teach you is be much more social, be much more active during group chats, during Zoom meetings, during Google Meets, because we humans are social living beings. We need people around us. We need to talk to each other face to face, or, well, if it may suffice, Zoom calls. Well, that's the only thing that we can do in online learning. So we need to be more active during Zoom calls, during Google Meet, or even WhatsApp calls. Now, to make up for less and to make up for that less of social activities, we can go and talk with our parents. Be more social with your parents. Be more open. Talk more about what's your day like, what's learning online is like. You can be more close with your parents. And I think that's something that we should really do. Now, the third thing that I'm about to say is learn more, not just through the teacher. You can go to websites, you can go to YouTube videos, you can search for more things on the same material. Now, by doing that, you're also eventually learning your learning style. If you love a visual image, then look for PowerPoints, look for simulations. And if you're an audio type, then you can listen to podcasts or maybe even listen to the YouTube videos. That is much more easy for you to learn. And if you're the type to just love gushing out questions after question, that is so much easier to do during online. You can search it up as easy as that, and you also get the explanation, which is very easy. Those are the tips that I can give you to make online learning more enjoyable. Thank you for listening to me. Bye bye.